Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview, Book of 1 Kings, chapter 22. Let's get started now. Book of 1 Kings chapter 22. From the Bible. The Book of 1 Kings is the 11th book of the Hebrew Bible and the Christian Old Testament. It tells the history of Israel from the end of King David's reign to the time of the Babylonian captivity. Chapter 22 of 1 Kings is the final chapter of the book and recounts the reign of King Ahab of Israel and his ultimate demise. Chapter 22 opens with a description of the peaceful state of Israel under Ahab's rule. Ahab is approached by the king of Judah, Jehoshaphat, who proposes that they join forces to take back the city of Ramoth-gilead from the Syrians. Ahab gathers his prophets, who unanimously predict victory, but Jehoshaphat asks if there is a prophet of the Lord who can give a different perspective. Ahab reluctantly summons the prophet Micaiah, who initially predicts success but then reveals that he has had a vision of the Lord allowing the king of Syria to defeat Israel. Ahab is angered by this prophecy and orders Micaiah to be imprisoned until he returns safely from the battle. Despite Micaiah's warning, Ahab and Jehoshaphat lead their armies into battle against the Syrians. Ahab disguises himself as a common soldier, but he is struck by an arrow and dies before the day is over. His body is taken back to Samaria, where he is buried, and his son Ahaziah becomes king of Israel. The story of Ahab's downfall is a cautionary tale of the dangers of pride and the consequences of ignoring the voice of God. Ahab is portrayed as a wicked king who is heavily influenced by his wife, Jezebel, and is prone to making unwise decisions. His initial success in ruling Israel is overshadowed by his failure to heed the warnings of the prophets and his desire for power and control. The fact that he disguises himself as a common soldier in the battle is a clear indication of his fear of losing his status and his life. The character of Micaiah is an important figure in this story. He is a prophet of the Lord who speaks the truth, even when it is unpopular or dangerous. His vision of the Lord's will for Israel is clear and uncompromising, and he does not hesitate to speak it, even when it means going against the wishes of the king. His willingness to stand up to Ahab and the other prophets is a reminder that the voice of God can come from unexpected sources and that true leadership requires the ability to listen to and act on that voice. The story of Ahab and Micaiah has several teaching applications for modern readers. First, it serves as a warning against the dangers of pride and the desire for power and control. Ahab's downfall was ultimately caused by his refusal to listen to the voice of God and his desire to maintain his own authority. This can be a powerful lesson for leaders in any context, whether in business, politics, or religion. Second, the story emphasizes the importance of seeking out the voice of God in all circumstances. Jehoshaphat's request for a prophet of the Lord to provide a different perspective was a wise decision, and it ultimately led to Micaiah's prophetic vision. This is a reminder that seeking out diverse perspectives and listening to the voice of God can lead to greater understanding and wisdom. Finally, the story of Ahab and Micaiah is a call to action for those who hear the voice of God. Micaiah's willingness to speak the truth, even when it was unpopular or dangerous, is a powerful example of prophetic leadership. It reminds us that true leadership requires courage, humility, and a willingness to speak out against injustice and wrongdoing. In conclusion, the book of 1 Kings tells the story of the kings of Israel and Judah and their struggles to maintain their power and allegiance to God. The book emphasizes the importance of obeying God's commands and seeking wisdom and understanding from Him. The various kings in the book face different challenges and make different choices. Some, like Solomon, are praised for their wisdom and devotion to God, while others, like Ahab, are condemned for their idolatry and wickedness. The book shows that the choices we make have consequences and that we are ultimately accountable to God. Through the stories of the kings, the book also emphasizes the importance of humility and repentance. Even the most powerful and prosperous kings, like Solomon, can fall from grace if they become prideful and turn away from God. But even the most wicked kings, like Ahab, can find forgiveness if they humble themselves before God and turn away from their sin. Overall, the book of 1 Kings teaches us important lessons about obedience, wisdom, humility, and repentance. It reminds us that our choices have consequences and that we should always seek to obey God and follow His will. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.